10 little-known facts about Sparta. 10. The reason that this is number 10 is because most people do know this now, but Spartans did not actually go around shirtless in leather speedos. Throughout history, you see different variations of Greek helmets. You see the Corinthian helmet, the Pylos helmet, and so on. And you also see that they also have different crests. You see sideways crests, you see frontwards crests, even sometimes you see no crests. But what did the crests mean? Well, lots of people think that it was to symbolize rank, but that's not true, because each Greek hoplite would pay for their own armor, meaning that they could decide what goes on it. So you may find that sideways plume that could be the general could actually just be a normal hoplite, just paying for that crest to go on his helmet. Number 8. Spartan women. In Greece, women were treated very poorly, in most places in the world at the time as well, but in Sparta life was quite different to be a woman. The kings had advice given to them from the queens, the girls were even in school. So if you wanted to be a woman in ancient Greece, I'd recommend being in Sparta. And number 7. Now this brings us on to schools. The schools, typically, when you think of Spartan schools, you think of the harsh warrior life, which was a big part of it, but there was several other things as well. Some of which being poetry, music and dance, and basically to be very witty in your replies. Number 6. The Battle of Thermopylae. Probably, even maybe, one of the most famous battles in history. Certainly up there in the Greek battles. And the most common story is the brave 300 Spartans that defended the pass for 3 days. Now yes, that is partially true. But there were actually 7,000 Greeks in total. 300 of them being Spartans. Now on the last day, Leonidas did send all of the other Greeks back home, but actually 700 Thespians stayed behind as well. The Thespians got the pass while the Spartans were in the main area. Sparta had 2 kings, and they would always have to have 2. You'd think that when Leonidas died, his son would become king. But as Leonidas' son was too young, they elected General Pausanias to step up. The Spartan spear, otherwise known as a dory, in 300 it's depicted as a very triangular, sharp object. It's sort of a very typical spear. But this is actually not true. As you can see in this picture, you can actually see that it's like a leaf shaped. It's very curved, almost like the Corinthian helmet eye holds. This, again, we don't know why they did this. This one is far less known than the 300 myth. Spartans are depicted with the letter lambda on their shield. That actually did not happen until the late Peloponnesian Wars, when they did start to put it on. The Parthenon in Athens, where democracy started. But this is actually not true. Many people think that Athens started democracy and that it all came from Athens, all the voting, all the democracy. But their democracy was so corrupt, and it actually was not the first one. Now, number 1. This one is very, very unknown to most people. Sparta actually had the first democracy. They had 2 kings, and they would have the 7 elders, which were elected by the public. And before the kings had to do anything, they had to consult the elders and the other king before a law could be passed, or before they could go to war, or they'd have to go to the oracle. But Sparta did have the first democracy. It is just slightly different to ours. Athens had the more, you could say, advanced or just well-known democracy, but they did not have the first. I hope now you know a bit more about Sparta, and maybe you can respect them a bit more. Please like and subscribe, and I will be doing some more videos soon. And again, thanks for watching.